First of all, if you are a beginner programmer, you shouldn't spend your time reading books. Instead, you should be programming and building your practical coding skills. You can find enough information to begin with in online tutorials and free courses. You might also want to look something up in documentation, but you definitely don't need to read it from cover to cover. And especially you don't need to read programming books from cover to cover. First, it's too time-consuming and ineffective. I've read my first programming book called Head First Java from cover to cover, and I retained something what feels like 20%. It took me a few months though, and I should have spent this time doing actual programming instead. Another problem is that books are getting outdated too fast. It takes a while to write a book, and when it's finally published, there is often a new release of programming language. Authors try to catch up, and the cycle repeats. But still there are some books which will never be outdated and which every programmer should open at least once in his or her life. So the book every beginner should read is called Croaking Algorithms. This book will teach you the basics of algorithms and data structures. And if you want to become a great software engineer or get a high-paying job at a top-tier tech company, you will definitely need to know this stuff. All other books you should be reading after you find your first job. Read some books on the language you are programming in. If you are writing code in Python, read some Python books. Ask your colleagues which books they recommend and read them. Clean Code is another great book. It will teach you how to write good and well-structured code. And cracking the coding interview will be your best friend if you try to find a job in Google, Amazon or another top tech company. There are many good programming books out there. I don't really want to bore you by naming all of them. You can find the whole list if you Google it. But once again, don't spend all your time reading books, read less and code more. It was Dimitri, and thanks for watching.